Welcome to this week's headlines, November 11th through the 17th. Here are some headlines you may have missed in the news. Critical infrastructure providers ask CISA to place guardrails on reporting requirements. Top companies and industry groups fear incident reporting mandates would overwhelm CISA with noise. Some of the nation's top critical infrastructure providers are asking the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency to provide guardrails around the incident reporting requirements signed into law by President Biden earlier this year. The Cyber Incident Reporting for Critical Infrastructure Act of 2022 requires these organizations to promptly report major incidents and ransomware payments in order to help federal officials rapidly respond to attacks. Mandatory incident reporting can assist with the information prong, but it must be crafted precisely to avoid unintended consequences of wasted resources and providing irrelevant information to stakeholders, IBM officials said in a letter to CISA. High-Severity Flaw Reported in critical system used by oil and gas companies. Cybersecurity researchers have disclosed details of a new vulnerability in a system used across oil and gas organizations that could be exploited by an attacker to inject and execute arbitrary code. Attackers can exploit this flaw to gain root access on an ABB flow computer, read and write files, and remotely execute code, industrial security company Clarity said in a report shared with the Hacker News. The issue, specifically, concerns a feature that allows for importing and exporting the configuration files, enabling an attacker to leverage an authentication bypass issue to get past the security passcode barrier and upload arbitrary files. By taking advantage of the shortcoming, a remote malicious actor could seize control of the devices and hamper their ability to promptly record oil and gas flow rates. Stay up to date on all the videos we release here at Archer by clicking on the subscribe button. Click on the bell to be notified right away when we release new videos. DHS chief appears to back status quo approach for securing critical infrastructure. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas suggested U.S. cybersecurity policy should continue to rely on critical services providers voluntarily implementing measures to protect their operations from cyber attacks. Mayorkas testified before the House Homeland Security Committee Tuesday alongside FBI Director Christopher Wray on worldwide threats to the homeland. Mayorkas recounted actions DHS Transportation and Security Administration and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency have already taken. In CISA's case, he praised the release of voluntary cybersecurity performance goals and said the agency should focus more on its efforts on international collaboration. Wray weighed in on the FBI's relationship with cybersecurity firms and critical infrastructure stakeholders, following efforts to mitigate Russian cyber attacks against Ukraine. Do you have any questions about any of the news stories we covered in today's video? If so, let us help. Contact Archer today.